What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some new purple Digimon that we need to be having a chat about. Shout out to the lovely Jason Snowjacks for providing our translations, and to the lovely James Gill over on Facebook for making me aware that they had been posted, and for letting me know that they are in fact purple. I'm getting better at the whole blue-purple thing in Digimon. They still just look like different shades of blue, but I'm getting slightly better. Although, evolution costs when they're weird, they're still going to get me. Never mind. We got Tsukaimon to start off with, and this makes me really happy. Because, as some of you know, as most of you know probably at this stage, I'm getting new to the whole Digimon thing. I'm learning, I'm getting there, I am growing my Digimon knowledge. And one of the things we saw back in New Evolution was Tsukaimon. A Digimon I'd never seen before, I was completely unaware of, and when I saw I thought, ooh, that's a rather adorable Digimon. That's the kind of Digimon I'd like to go and put in a deck sometime. And it was a boring vanilla Digimon. Now, to be fair, the 2 cost to play normally was quite nice. That gave it at least a reason to play. It was a cheaper level 3. But for such a lovely, adorable looking Digimon, I was hoping for something slightly better than, oh, it's cheaper than most level 3s. Well, the good news is we got a purple Tsukaimon today, and this one's very nice indeed. Now, in terms of the stats, we've got a 3 cost to play normally, which is standard for a level 3. We've got a 0 cost to evolve, which is standard for a level 3. And we've got 2,000 power. 2,000 power is low. That is less than we would usually expect for a level 3. But remember the deal, ladies and gentlemen. The general rule is when we've got lower power, we've got better skills. And what we've got here is a skill that says when it is destroyed, gain 1 memory. And straight off the bat, if you've been watching many of my videos, you should know that I love this skill. This is my kind of skill. There's a few things in a Digimon TCG that you should be looking for. One is drawing extra cards, one is gaining extra memory, and one is making your Digimon active. Essentially doing more stuff. The more cards you've got, the more you can do. The more memory you've got, the more you can do. The more active Digimon you've got, the more you can do. It gives you more options to do more things. This is wonderful. Well, good news, ladies and gentlemen. This gives you extra memory. Extra memory lets you do more stuff. And all of a sudden, I'm rather a fan. And this does very much fit the purple MO. We've seen lots of good destroyed skills. Impmon, when destroyed, lets you discard 3 cards from the top of your deck. Gabumon's got an inheritable skill that when it's destroyed, you draw 2 and discard a card from your hand. Pumpkinmon is a level 5 with the same inheritable skill. And then, of course, you've got the Garurumon, whereby on your turn, limited to once during your turn, if your other Digimon is destroyed, you gain 1 memory. Now, of course, there is a really cool combo to be made here, because essentially, if you've got something evolved from Tsukaimon, and you've got something evolved from Garurumon, and the thing evolved from Tsukaimon gets destroyed, then that inheritable skill will kick in and give you a memory. But then Garurumon's skill will kick in because one of your other Digimon has been destroyed, and that will also give you an extra memory. And then let's not forget that we've got Garurumon that came around in Ultimate Power. Of course, before Ultimate Power, purple Digimon weren't even a thing. That when you attack lets you destroy one of your other Digimon to make it active. Yeah, that's right, it's one of those other skills that I told you was so gosh darn good. So now we're gaining multiple extra memory and we are making yourself active. And the good news is we don't really care about losing a Digimon. Now remember, this is an inheritable skill. So what we're going to need is a level 4 or above that you can evolve from Tsukaimon that's got a really nice skill when you get destroyed. Oh look, it's Wizardmon. So let's say you've got Wizardmon evolved from Tsukaimon. It gets destroyed, you draw a card, and you gain 1 memory. But if you've got a Digimon evolved from Garurumon, you also gain 1 memory. And if you destroy the Digimon using Garurumon, you make yourself active. And I told you a minute ago that the 3 things we're looking for to give ourselves a leg up are extra cards, extra memory, and making ourselves active. And this little move here will gain you 2 memory, 1 card, and make one of your Digimon active, that sounds pretty good to me. Incidentally, the other option we've got in terms of destroying your own Digimon is Chimeramon. When you play, and that is play not evolve, you may destroy one of your other Digimon to destroy your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. So this will also give you a nice option where you destroy one of your own, but gain all the advantages we've just talked about, and then you destroy one of your opponents, but let's just say you're gaining all those advantages from destroying your own Digimon. Your opponent is probably not gaining those same advantages. That is a thing of absolute beauty. One of the hooks of purple Digimon is that they gain advantages when they get destroyed. Not all of them, but it is one of the things we see in purple Digimon over and over again, that there are advantages to be gained from being destroyed. Well, this is just another one that we can start having a little bit of a play around with. But speaking of destroying Digimon and purple Digimon and, I don't know, it'll work, what we've got here is Saber Dramon. Now this is a new level 4 Digimon. It's a 4 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve, 3,000 power Digimon, which makes it honestly kind of weak. We expect level 3s to have 3,000 power. It's not expensive, it's not terribly cheap, but it's not terribly expensive, but you do have low power, so again, we're expecting something pretty good here. And we have something pretty good here. We've got the inheritable skill Companion, or Vengeance. We don't really know what it is, alright? We don't really know which one it is. The official English Digimon TCG Facebook page has been just starting off to do English reveals, and they haven't yet revealed anyone with this keyword skill. We don't know what it's going to be called in English. There's been some really interesting discussion on the Facebook group about the Japanese word that doesn't really have a proper translation, but is basically to do with taking you with you when you get destroyed. So Vengeance, Companion, we don't know what it's going to be called. It's probably not going to be either of them, let's face it, but it basically means that when that Digimon is destroyed in battle, you also destroy your opponent's Digimon. It's a beautiful skill. Now, it is worth pointing out this is only an inheritable skill, which is to say if Saber Dramon gets destroyed, no Companion. But if the Digimon you have evolved from this gets destroyed, Companion or Vengeance, whichever one you want. Companion is easier to spell. The point is, this is a phenomenal skill. It puts your opponent in a super awkward position where you're just like, look, you can take me down, but you are also going to go down with me. As it stands, we've not seen any way to attack and get around Vengeance. Though do remember all of those lovely yellow cards that do reduce power will get round this because you're not destroying in battle. And similarly, Vengeance is a battle thing. So something like Gaia Force, which is just an option card that destroys, that will not activate Vengeance. Similarly, battles with security Digimon will not activate Vengeance, because remember, they get destroyed or discarded or whatever anyway, it doesn't really matter. The point is, this is just a when you're battling deal, but that's good enough. Being able to take out your opponent's Digimon when you go down is brilliant. You end up basically, and the way you really want to try and make this work is you're giving up a fairly weak, rubbishy Digimon that you don't care about for a very much not rubbishy, weak Digimon that your opponent absolutely does care about, and that seems like a trade that's pretty much worth making to me. Now, of course, at this stage, we do need to go ahead and draw a parallel to Devimon, because Devimon is another level 4 Digimon that is purple and has Vengeance as an inheritable skill. The question is, what's the difference between them? Why would we try choosing one over the other? And the answer is, this is a cheaper but worse version of Devimon. And it really is as simple as that. Devimon is better. Why is Devimon better? Because it's got Vengeance as a non-inheritable skill. And it really is as simple as that. That is what makes it better. To be fair, it does go from 3 to 4,000 power, but that's really not a huge deal. We're not getting excited about that. It's got Vengeance as a non-inheritable skill, so if you've not evolved from it, you still get Vengeance, and that is quite a hefty advantage. Now, it is 2 more cost to play normally, which is a huge disadvantage. Again, I'm ignoring the power. The power doesn't really worry me, because you got Vengeance. It doesn't really matter how powerful you are. You're going to be taking them down. If they take you down, your power becomes kind of irrelevant. The question is, are you willing to pay an extra 2 memory in order to get a Digimon that's got Vengeance as a non-inheritable skill? Because when you're evolving, they both evolve for a 2 cost. You want to play Devimon. And then if you keep evolving up, they're the same card. If you don't keep evolving up, Devimon's your boy. However, if you want to play normally, 4 cost to play a level 4 is a heck of a lot cheaper than a 6 cost. Honestly, it's going to depend on your deck. It's going to depend on how your deck runs. It's going to depend on how many level 3s you're playing and how often you expect to have a level 3 on the board to evolve. Most of the time, I do think Devimon's going to be a better option, because if you're evolving up, you've got more power, not that matters, and you've got Vengeance or Companion as a non-inheritable skill, and that is amazing. If you just want to play normally, Saber Dramon is cheaper, but as much as I got excited about Tsukaimon and all the cool stuff you can do with that, I don't think I'm getting excited about Saber Dramon here, because I find it difficult to look at this and Devimon side by side and like this more. I like the artwork more. I don't like the card more. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But I'd like to know what you think about these cards, so, let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff. But by far the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.